Dunedin secondary school pupils have proven themselves to be skilled poets, reading their work alongside some of the country's best at a recent event. The teenage writers were part of the inaugural Dunedin secondary school's poetry competition, which culminated in a reading at the City Library for National Poetry Day on Friday. Competition judge Sue Wootton is here to tell us all about it. Good evening, Sue.
Hello.
Tell us what the competition involved.
It was a fairly simple premise. We put out a call to schools and asked students to submit their best work, which was judged without me knowing. I judged it, but I didn't know who had written any of the poems. And then I selected some winning poems, and that was really how it was set up.
How many teenagers entered?
51.
Wow. That's just Dunedin alone?
That's the Dunedin, yes.
Wonderful.
And down to Tyree, and we put the call out to Dunedin and the wider Dunedin area. But yeah, 51 poets. So poetry for young people is a very popular thing. They enjoy writing and they enjoy reading poetry, but they don't often get a chance to have other people read their poetry or to voice it or to perform it.
Who was the overall winner?
The overall winner was a Year 13 student from Logan Park High School, Josephine Devereaux.
Wonderful. Now, what was the aim of this competition?
The aim was to give these young poets a forum, a place to come and read, to let other people in the community know that this is a really popular art form amongst young people, and for the young people themselves to give them a taste of what it's like to do something in the poetry arena if they want to pursue this as something that they want to do in their lives in the future.
And it tied in with National Poetry Day.
Yes, and that was also the aim of it. Every year in Dunedin there are several events that take place for National Poetry Day. All over the country there are events that take place. In Dunedin there is always one event in conjunction with the library that the New Zealand Society of Authors organises with the library. Always very popular. This year we had 150 people in the audience. We filled out the Dunningham suite. But I thought this year, I was the MC and the organiser for that this year, and I thought it would be really nice to make a place for the young people to come and read their poetry and introduce themselves to this audience.
Who were some of the big names present?
Well, the Poet Laureate, Vincent O'Sullivan, Emma Neal, who's a very well-known and respected Dunedin poet, Owen Marshall, who many people know as a short story writer but is a very good poet with several poetry collections to his name, and Wellington poet and editor Helen Rickaby.
And back to the secondary schools competition, what was the prize or prizes up for grabs?
Prizes, the University Bookshop kindly sponsored this competition, so the poets, three winning poets won a $50 book token, plus they had their work published in a poster form by the library. So they were billboard posters that have been posted around town and sent out to all the schools, intermediate and high schools around the area. And they got to read at the event, which was pretty special.
What was the quality of their work like?
Impressively high, I have to say, impressively high. If I'd been writing like that at that age, amazing. It's good. The future of literature is looking very strong, I would say.
Will the event be held again?
We hope so, and we intend so, yes.
Sue Wootton, competition judge for the secondary schools poetry competition. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.